Oh, I'm live already. Sweet. Good morning. It is it's too early for this shit. I woke up early. I think my girlfriend was late for work. I'm not sure. Oh my god, you can really see the extra long back hair going on. She sort of shot out of bed. I'm not even awake yet. I'll get my coffee. I like to heat it up. Do this real quick. That's a little better. So yeah, some weird things in my shot. Sorry. I'm out of sorts. Like I said, I woke up early today. Didn't mean to wake up that early, and I'm not awake yet. Took the dog for little walkies. Happened real quick. I don't even know if I'm not even sure if you're hearing me. Yo. Yeah. Okay. That's working. So freaking out of sorts. I'm freaking out of sorts, man. I'm out of freaking thoughts. What kind of sorts? Out of. That's the kind I am. Just in general, what is it? The 2nd of December, like I said, Pfizer has been approved in Europe to start treating people or giving people the vaccine for COVID-19, which is a good thing. This way, we can test it out on an entire population of people. That's not us, right? That's what America always wanted anyway. It never wants to be the one who things happen to. It wants to be the one it proves upon what other people had to endeavor. Honestly, if you think about it, the last couple of things that we did that were just solely American weren't very good. So let's let other companies do this. Pfizer's not even an American company, right? It's a European country to begin with. Do you think the whole Brexit thing fucks with the European Union's ability to distribute the vaccine at all? Does that affect one thing or affect the other? I don't know. There's this new app. I don't know how new it is, called Stereo on your devices, and it's kind of like a two-way radio that gets broadcasted to people. So remember back in the day, I'm sure you do, you youngsters, you probably all remember owning a ham radio. Jesus Christ. You guys don't understand. We lived with technology that will never be used by you. Okay. Ham radios allowed you to talk directly to someone else. CB radios too. It's the closed broadcast sort of thing. And you get a rando, you talk to them, fun. And stereo kind of matches you up randomly, like a random party phone calls, and talk to random people. And I'm so uneasy at just doing that I won't, especially since like I don't have a reason to be on there. No one has a reason to be talking to me. There's no reason to be on there in the first place. But I'm gonna try to do a bunch of them and see if I could film them, just to record them. I suppose they're recorded on the app anyway, which I should probably let's go through the app and see who's on there so far. Because why not? And if you haven't joined Stereo, you can join Stereo and find me on that. And my name on Stereo is It's unknown. It's Johnny Casino. Just Johnny Casino. You'll find me at Johnny Casino. It's pretty. I got lucky. It's the only app that allowed me to just use my name without the, lie, all that bullshit in front of it. I could just be me. So it's me with white brimmed glasses because I couldn't tell with the tortoise shell, but it actually kind of looks like me. It kind of looks like my hair. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. It kind of looks like me. Hey, back on me, huh? Back on me, huh? So I ever screwed up the camera so bad. This is how you fix. There it is. That's how I fix the focus. I give it an object to focus on until it comes back to my face. My face. Yeah, join me on that, please. Please, that would be fun to talk to somebody on this app that I don't feel weird about. Because if it's an absolute stranger, I'm going to shut down because I have anxiety. And that's why I don't go out and hang out with people, because I have anxiety. It's crippling me. Don't know where it came from. I just suddenly don't trust people. I walked by a woman who wanted to pet my dog, and I thought she was going to stab us. So that was interesting. He was cool with it. He walked up to her and got some sniffs in, and then he was like, "Okay, Dad, we can go," because he's a good boy and he understands that his father is a weird paranoia problem. I don't think people are evil. When I interact with them, the scenario that this person's an assassin becomes real, which it might be schizophrenia. I don't know. Doctors will tell me later. But these are pretty weird things, and I'm breaking rules, but you know what? No one gives a shit. Oops. Let's listen to some of this.
He stuck his nose up at me. That should be, you know.
I should note I'm the only listener right now between Blacksmith 1906 and K Carter. I'm the only listener.
2020 been crazy, man.
You're the only listeners.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Start looking at shit. That shit just keep repeating itself over and over and over.
Just a random phone call with a stranger.
It's a number of cycles, man. And it's like, are you going to make a difference?
Let's switch.
For you, then at the time, it was kind of laughable.
The amount of people whose avatar is them with a crown on is hilarious.
This one woman was like, "So what are we going to do about?" I think she said something about Black Lives Matter or student debt, and he talked about it for like not even 10 seconds, and he's like, "Well, in Vietnam, what we did," and I looked at him like, exactly what does that have to do with her topic? Like,
what are you doing? And he said,
so what it is a bunch of people who are bitching about something that happened, and you catch them all in the middle of their conversation, and it's the weirdest freaking thing I've ever done. And I've not done it yet. You understand? It's the weirdest thing. It's an app I have on my phone. I had an opportunity to be on a roast battle with Jeff Ross or something the other day. And I was stupid because of what am I going to do? I can barely have a conversation with someone else in the room. I'm supposed to interact with a roastmaster general. What are you, stupid? It's just not going to work. He's going to "Hey, John, how's it going?" I'm going to be It's pretty much how real roast battles went for me. When I did those little roast battles for my friends' shows in Rockland, their shows were very populated. I'm not sure how two guys who, outside of comedy, I feel like they don't know anyone. Those guys, Josh Mean and Al Schumann, seem to know everybody and just have an ability to get people to show up, which is funny because you'd think if they had that ability that their open mic forays would be less empty. You know what? That's everyone. You couldn't get your mother to come to your fucking open mic. That's just how comedy works. Nobody wants to come to the open mic. Nobody wants open mics. I get it. You're practicing, but you know what? My band doesn't practice in front of you. My band practices in a studio it pays to rent, for God's sake, so it can get good at the 5-10 shitty songs it writes to perform them for you, so that we don't mess up and you can go, okay, I was able to bop my head for 35 minutes straight. Done. But comedy, I write a joke or something, I have to share it with a group of people to see if they laugh. And if all of them don't at least smile, something's wrong with the joke and you got to go back to it. Now, I've been in these scenarios where everyone has, where you go to open mics that are supposed to be in bigger places, where it's an open mic where there should be like 50 to 100 people in the audience, and there's 2 people in the audience and they're comics. And it seemed like for the bulk of the time I've been doing comedy, people show up for actual shows. They never show up for the mic. So it's a weird snake eating itself scenario, kind of. It's like people go, well, where are the good comedians? I'm not one of them, by the way. 100% I am not a good comedian. I'm not even smart. I'm not clever. I'm not funny. I'm not intelligent. I'm not interesting. Any of those things. I'm just Johnny fucking Casino. That's my name, and that's what I do. I guess I walk around being me. The shows were awesome usually, and the mics are always, unfortunately, chaos. Also, another thing with mics, open mics, because I've run a few, is the amount of fuckery of the people who come in. I had one comedian come almost every week, which was like, thank you for showing up every week and buying a drink at the bar. This is good patronism and whatnot. But there are children here till 5, so please stop saying your fucking cunt mother bitch stuff, because it's really bothering the 4-year-olds in the audience. Just try to stick to your more adult brain jokes that only the adults will get and the children won't understand, and try to do it without using any of the foul language. It's very easy to talk about sex in front of children without mentioning sex. You know how I know this? Because you're an adult, I'm an adult. We have to talk about sex with our partners or our friends or whatever, and sometimes our children are around. We figure out euphemisms around them. That's why they exist, is to talk about something without mentioning what it is directly. And therefore, I don't understand why the comedians who suck at doing this always wanted to show up at my fucking open mic and cuss in front of children. I say filthy, dirty things in front of children. I am for all free languages, all free speech, with the understanding that you don't do it when no one's asking you or no one's ready for it. You shouldn't scream something offensive into a room and not expect people to be bothered by it. The same way you don't scream fire in a crowded building, and don't do that without expecting people to get hurt exiting the building. Sorry. I ranted there. I used to have this cool little spot in West Sacramento. I really liked it, and I thought that if we could have worked together, it would have worked out just fine. But they created the payment that they were going to pay me for basic. I think I might have thrown out the price and they didn't negotiate. Might have been what it is. But they created the price for a one produced show a month plus weekly open mics or bi-weekly open mics. Or it might have been weekly. And I began doing them, bringing my own PA system, which was a great PA system, bringing my own stuff. Just basically being on time and just setting up and cleaning up all the stuff. Doing my best. And it just wasn't working out. They felt like they were paying me too much money to be there. And so they ended it. And I think there was an option to do it for less. And I was like, I could do it for less, but I actually just don't want to do it for less. I think that was what it was. Like, I'm like, I could do it for less, but then that sends a bad signal. If this goes well, I think that's what it was. If I cut my rates down and I start doing it for less, and then the scenario took off, of the format of how I was doing things, then I would have undercut myself for the future, because then the next guy might have been like, hey, how much are you charging? And I could have charged X amount versus X amount. You know what I mean? X versus Y. But now looking back at it with how COVID ended up sweeping in a couple months later and just ruining everything, I'm fine with it. Now they don't have any live anything, so God forbid they'd give a guy $50 to do a comedy show. I was hiring what I thought were the good comics around the area to be on that show. I don't know if those comedians ever give a shit that I hired them. I don't know if those comedians ever even thought about the fact that the money that I was giving to them was my personal money and not from the gig. Like, I might have gotten paid to throw the show at the bar, but the thing is I turned around. I was like, took the money from the bar owner and then turned around to the comedian and was like, there's 3 of you. You're the headliner. You get the most. And then you two split the rest. That was what I was doing. I would take like maybe 25% of it to just pay off the bill, my credit card bill for the PA equipment that everyone got to perform on. That was pretty much what I was doing. That was my business plan until things took off and I had more than one location. And Comedy Music Box, which was another production I was running, which was going well, which was that one was the one. That was the cool one. Video. It was a combination of art, entertainment. It was all held at this music store in West Sac. It was really fucking beautiful. Unfortunately, something went wrong between the 2 different events, the 2 different days of show days or whatever. The first one kind of like, I couldn't get I wanted a DJ, someone to do like beat music and stuff like that at the beginning of the show. It's super easy to do if you have the equipment. And I just don't know anyone except for one guy. And he came and he did the show, but he also wanted to be, because he's a comedian, he also wanted to do a set. And then his set was bizarrely I don't mean to be rude, but like your set was clearly like, why are you doing open mic stuff at this? You were like, why would you bring yourself on stage knowing you were going to fall down on your face is what I was worried about. And people would do that to me. I'd hire somebody. I'm like, here's prepared stuff of things that you should do. Here's talking points. Here, come be in my talk show. Here's talking points. And then they get in the show like, I'm just going to wing it because I'm a fucking genius. I'm like, you're a fucking open mic comedian just like me. You're not a genius. You should try to know what this is going to be about so that you could be a little prepared. There's a couple of guys that maybe could do that, but most of them can't. And sorry, I ranted. And then I think I had Johnny Taylor on that show twice in a row because I couldn't find another fucking headliner. The first time I wanted him, the second time I was like, I don't know what to do. Hey, do you want to make another fucking $20? Come over here. I had Kylie. She's a DJ in town. She's all very goth, alted out woman. She's attractive and she's also real kind of smart, but she's super shy in person, which I didn't understand because she's somebody who's so goddamn extroverted in artwork, to a ridiculous, like a nudity degree. You'd think she'd be able to speak on a microphone, especially since she is a DJ on a radio station, speaking to a microphone about some of her personal experience. And she had such a hard time doing it. She got a story out, but she had such a hard time doing it that made me just question who I book on the show. It didn't matter. It didn't matter because by the next month, the venue shut down. And that wasn't even because of COVID. That was just because of poor financial choices. Everything I've been involved in sort of falls apart financially. Fuck, it's me. Fuck, it's me doing that. I've been ranting and raving for 20 minutes. My ear's itchy. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I don't have other things to talk about. I know it's early in the morning, but I really want to smoke weed. How messed up is that? So I've been doing my Christmas shopping, as some of you have, early, and I'm just not interested in going to the mall. You know, I don't want to go to the mall and do my Christmas shopping because I don't want to accidentally catch coronavirus or anything else. This time of year I was always a little bit paranoid, and sorry. So this time of year I was always a little bit paranoid because it is flu season anyway, and people are going to be out there with the flu, and you don't want to catch it. And now imagine out there with COVID and you catch it. That's even worse. So I don't want to go out there. I don't want to like be going to Bath and Body Works and like sniffing on something and be like, oh man, it smells like peaches and the COVID of the last guy who sniffed it. Like, I don't want that to be happening to me. It's something that could happen, right? I'm imagining these things. But exactly how does Bath and Body Works now work? Bath and Body Works work. How does Bath and Body Works work now that COVID's a thing? You can't take your mask off to sniff things. You can maybe sniff things through your guard, but at the same time, not as fun. But yeah, it's like Bath and Body Works is a place I only go to if it's I don't order that online. It's the only place I'll spend $50 at it for Christmas stuff if I'm walking by it. But if I don't walk by it, it's not getting any money. The same with everything at the mall. If I don't walk by it, I'm not spending any money there because I don't think at all to look for those name brands on Amazon. There's name brands to these things. There's the stores are all brands. They might sell things that you can find in other places, but those stores or brands. When you shop at Lids, you're shopping at Lids. When even if you get an MLB hat, you're shopping at Lids. When you go to the Gap, of course, those are Gap made clothing. When you go to PacSun, you buy a I don't know, a Valcom shirt, right? That Valcom shirt is from Valcom, but PacSun is a brand. Why am I explaining this stuff? When you go to Bath & Body Works, it's a brand, right? You're not shopping in any of those brands anymore. You're just walking by them and you're only going to Amazon. Jeff Bezos is going to make all the money because we don't want to go online individually to these shops because you end up going online individually to the shops and you order a thing. And they'll be like, okay, 6 to 8 business days to get your package. And you're like, well, we see if Amazon has something like it. And you do. And then you can find it for 2-hour delivery. So how do you beat that? How do you fucking instant gratification versus waiting? When the funny thing about waiting for anything you ordered is you paid for it first. And they'll maybe give you a refund if they can't get it to you, but you gave them the money first. It's not comfortable. In a regular shopping environment, you give them your money, then you walk out of the store with instant ownership of the thing. Stupid. It doesn't matter. I shop on Amazon all the time. I'm comfortable with it. It's not a problem. The suggestions on Amazon sort of don't make sense for me right now because I'll be shopping for something and it's all the algorithm all over the place because I'm shopping for myself, shopping for my girlfriend, my dog, my siblings. I'm shopping for everyone who's not me. So the personality is not me. So it's like suggesting I buy things I don't want. Like, do you want lingerie and a collar? Like, I don't need those things right now. Do you want more camera equipment? Like, I would love to look at camera equipment, but it's Christmas right now. I can't buy myself camera equipment. Besides, I don't know anything about. I need knowledge, not the equipment. I have the equipment. I need knowledge. We're gonna end on spoiled chicken. Now, on Thanksgiving, I had some spoiled turkey. So I opened up a pack of turkey, a bagged turkey, and it was completely bad. It was spoiled and stanky, and it was a bad time. And then yesterday, 2 days ago, I was making dinner, and I opened up a package of chicken thighs that I bought at the store not too long ago, and they were spoiled. I've checked my fridge; it's working just fine at maximum chill, so that everything inside is super cold. The chicken was super cold; it was also just super bad. So last night I ordered groceries on Amazon Fresh instead of going to the grocery store, which is what I would normally do. There were some deals on it, so it worked out for me. But I'm in this state of mind where I don't want to leave the house. I had to leave the house to bring the dog to the groomers. He was there for 4 hours for some reason, and then he's back. And I was like, I'm not going back out of the house. I'm just gonna stay home. So I ordered Amazon Fresh. Things arrive at like 6-7 o'clock. It's fine, but at the same time, it's like, well, I would have liked to have put this stuff away at 4 o'clock. It already had prepped my meal, so now at 8 o'clock, I don't really feel like cooking any dinner, and I didn't. I ended up eating Doritos. I ate Doritos and pumpkin pie. And my girlfriend had a microwave lasagna that was in the freezer. How sad. The spoiled chicken. So I got my meats in from Amazon. I got some New York strip steak. It was on such a good deal that I got like a couple pounds of it. And then I cut the steaks in half so that now I have 4 decent sized steaks. They all weigh maybe about a quarter pound a piece, half a pound a piece. And a roast and chicken and thick thighs, breast. I put everything individually in a vacuum wrap and then put them in the freezer. Not the meats. The meats on dry aging, but the chicken. It's the key is put that shit in the freezer. Wrap it up in your vacuum wrap immediately. This is. I'm not kidding, and I feel like I'm a goddamn commercial. Excuse me. For vacuum sealers. I don't care which one you get. Buy a fucking vacuum sealer now. Buy a vacuum sealer now. Buy a vacuum sealer now. Whatever meat you buy, portion it out to the portions of meals that you make with those meats, right? So you buy a pack of chicken breast, right? That come with like 4 chicken breasts in it. You're maybe only having 1 for yourself for dinner, or maybe 2 for you and whoever you're cooking a meal for. So you take each individual one and you vacuum seal them in little vacuum seals, right? And then you put them in the freezer. Not only are they out of these fillets, these breasts are singly out of the way. When you need to defrost them, you take that little bag and you put it in a little dish and little trickle of cold water on it. And within like 20 minutes, it's a perfectly defrosted, evenly temperatured piece of meat that you can clean or you can cook instantly. You just cut it open, pour it into the pan, pour it in your marinade, pour it on your rub, whatever you want to do. But the food's going to be better for you. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not gonna dry it out. It's not gonna dry or freeze it, freezer dry freezer. I don't know what the words are. What's it? Dry rot it. Whatever the crap things that happen to meat when it's in the freezer, it's less likely to happen. I say less likely. It's not impossible. Less likely to happen with the vacuum seal. And I know I sound like a freaking weirdo to anyone watching when I'm talking about this, but I've probably this year calculated I've thrown out maybe about $40 worth of meat product that it's spoiled because I hadn't put it in the fucking vacuum seal and put it in the freezer. I left it in the fridge, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get to that. I'm not getting to that yet. Oh, I get this other thing. Oh, well, you know what? Today we ended up buying this fish. I'd rather make it today. That scenario just kept happening to the point where I started throwing meat away, which is, hey, that's a positive place to be in, right? Financially, but still, it's a stupid place to be in. When you're not rich, you're just, oh, I have enough money to buy another steak. But I don't like to throw any food away. I like to eat my leftovers for the most part up until they're impossible to use. That sounds weird. Until I've run out of things to do with them, I should say. Like, because there's different things you can do with different kind of leftovers. For a minute, I was making these turkey gravy, like gravy bowls. Like KFC, I was making those with my leftovers. I made a turkey sandwich, made a turkey salad. Didn't want to make turkey soup, just didn't feel like having it. And then I got sick of everything I was eating. If I have to touch, I won't eat turkey again for another 6 months. You'll have to like give me some nice like barbecue turkey leg or something like that at a feast or something like old timey Knights of the Round Table feast kind of turkey leg. I might eat that. That's about it. I'm not gonna. I don't want to. I don't know what my girlfriend's gonna say, but I'm 100% certain I don't want turkey next year. No more turkey. Okay, everybody. I think that's it. That's all I would say. 31 minutes. No listeners. Hey, it's a good time. It's a good time. All right, everybody. Have a good day.